Aaron, check out this new pre we just got.
Wildfire, you say? You sure?
Yeah.
Wow! Hello there guys, welcome of course back into yet another one of us Review Bros. My name's Aaron.
Craig.
And today we are reviewing a hyped pre-workout, and on the label it's definitely looking like a stim junkie pre-workout. So beginners, be cautious in going forward in this review, alright? We're going to go through the usuals of it.
Yeah, we will. Taste, price, label and effects coming up of Wildfire pre-workout. And like Aaron said, very interesting label. It could be one for you stim junkies if it hits as we think.
We do hope so. This was sent kindly down to us by the guys at Gym Power. Got them to thank, but of course, you know the drill. We're going to stay 100% honest. And all we ask in return is please do like this video, do comment your thoughts down below, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out at least 3 honest reviews per the week. We appreciate you guys. Let's get into this one.
We're into taste and mixability, like we always say, least important, but we like to cover it anyway. And we've got Skittles flavour, right?
Yeah, big thumbs up right there. And it comes in 3 other flavours that we can see on the official Socal website. I'm not too sure if Gym Power have got these ones. Obviously they've got the Skittles one because they sent us that one. But it also comes in mojito, blue raspberry and green apple. So we would have chosen, if I'd had the choice out of all of those personally, of course taste subjective, but I would have chosen Skittles.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I would. We like the candy-esque flavouring systems.
So there it is. It's one of those, you know, non-coloured pre-workouts, which are always a bit more difficult to spot mixability, but it looks good.
Yeah, yeah.
It does look good.
Not bad.
Anyway, Skittles going down. Wish us luck.
Taste the rainbow.
Not bad.
I was expecting it to be bitter AF.
No, it's nice. It does have something there, like a slightly chemical taste, but it's actually good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no denying that.
There's definitely something there, isn't there?
There is, yeah, on the back end.
But it does taste sweet.
Better than I thought, and there is a lot to mask in the label, isn't there? So
I quite like it. I do quite like it. There is a bitter chemical taste there running alongside it, but I do think the sweetness of the Skittle-like flavour does overpower it a little, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like 2 parts Skittle, 1 part chemical background.
There we go. There we go. We'll do a taste score in a second for you. Three, 2, 1,
8 out of 10.
7.5.
Oh, I was kind of between the two.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's very good considering, like Craig said, what's in it and what you're expecting probably. So it's a good start to the review. Let's move into the price point.
Price time, guys. Is it going to be a stinker or is it going to be a banging deal when it concerns how much you can pay to pick this up? Well, you'll head over to gympower.co.uk where you can use our discount code ReviewBros. You can pick up this tub for 45 quid exactly. Tell them the good news about it.
The good news, guys, is it comes in a legitimate 30 servings. Always a thumbs up. You know, that's going to last you over a month, isn't it? Let's be honest. Especially with a strong one like this, potentially. For those of you who've watched lots of reviews, you know we have a consistent scale where a 5 out of 10 is average, and because this comes in 30 servings, and others have come in 30 servings in the past, generally speaking, they do well. And this one does well. It comes in nicely at a 6 out of 10, which is obviously cheaper than an average product, which I've got to say is very good considering this is a US import into the country. So they've got to pay, you know, shipping, taxes, etc., etc., to get it across, and they're still able to do that at a cheaper than average price point. So it's a really good second segment to this review. What are we paying that money for though? Let's get into the label.
Right, what are we getting in this label then? So one scoop is 14.3 grams. First up, pure L-citrine at 6 grams.
Good start, guys. Nitric oxide production, blood flow, ultimately the pump.
Nice. Beta-alanine, 3 grams.
Good dosage again. Obviously, some people will say it's 200 milligrams below clinical, but it's very close. It's going to give you the itchy tingle feeling as the pre kicks in, and endurance once you've taken it for a long enough period of time.
Nice, love it. Then we've got agmatine at a gram.
Good dose again. Going to work with the citrulline for more nitric oxide production, vascularity, and ultimate pump.
Taurine, 500 milligram.
It's in there for hydration and energy purposes, natural energy, and it's also can help with endurance.
Lovely. Bit of an underdose, but it's only taurine. We won't quite too much.
We won't.
Then we've got DMAE, 500 milligrams.
Which is in there for focus and cognitive benefits.
Nice. Caffeine, just regular caffeine, 350 milligrams.
Good dosage, guys. 3.5 cups worth of coffee. It's probably stronger than an average dosage of caffeine. Energy and stimulation.
But then we've got L-theanine at 350 milligrams too.
Very interesting. Now, a lot of people don't like this ingredient because it can come with like a tired, drowsy feel to it. But sometimes with higher stimulant pre-workouts, it can sort of throw a blanket over them so it doesn't give you like those jitters and the nasty side effects that some can suffer with. And it also helps with no crash. It prolongs the energy.
Indeed, they've gone for a 1-to-1 ratio with the caffeine. So will that be its downfall, or will it come together nicely? Then we got DMHA, 200 milligrams.
Now this is why I think the L-theanine is relatively important, because now we're getting into the I'll call them grey area stimulants. You know, DMHA is a potent stim with focus benefits, with mood elevation benefits, really ramping up the central nervous system.
Hell yeah. Then we've got alpha GPC at 200 milligrams.
Which is a low dose, but it's going to give you focus and concentration benefits and work with some of those other nootropics.
Yeah, we'll take it. And then we've got the third DM style ingredient, the most potent one, right? DMAA, 100 milligrams.
Nice. Now this is definitely going into the non-beginner territory, guys. This is one of the most potent stimulants you can get in pre-workouts, and it's not easily available anymore because of its illicitness, shall we say.
Yeah.
Very similar to DMHA, but some say it's got a bit more potency from the, you know, the stimulation side town and focus.
Lovely. And we don't often see DMAA and DMHA combined. We've only ever seen it a few times ever, right?
Oh, I recall the old dark energy.
We'll be looking at a similar experience here. Then we've got pink Himalayan salt, 50 milligrams.
Which is, I'll be honest, that's a pointless dosage. You might as well not have bothered. But if it was in there at, like, let's just say 300, 200 to 300 plus, you'd be looking at pumps slightly and muscular contraction more so, athletic performance.
Yeah. Then we've got bioperine, 10 milligrams.
Good absorption benefits, getting it into the system, helping your intestines to work.
Lovely. We wrap off with huperzine A, 350 microgram.
Which is a high dose, actually. Again, it's in there for, you know, synapse connectivity within the brain, getting you focused, getting you dialed in. And hopefully it wraps off the nootropic sort of blend that we've had in there.
Indeed, yeah, it will stop you getting Alzheimer's as well, right?
Yeah, that's what it's that's what it was originally formulated for, is medication for that.
Interesting. It's a very exciting label then, isn't it? It's got a lot of potential.
It's got a lot of potential, guys. It really does. And in fact, I am jumping ahead here, but if I had to say it was reminiscent of anything, it probably would be dark energy, because you've got the DMHA, the DMAA, you've got a control method in the form of L-theanine versus their control method of GABA. They're quite similar in truth in terms of effects. It's put it this way, do not skip the effects, because this could be very, very interesting.
Lovely.
Into the effects of this stuff, Wildfire by Socal supplements, sent kindly to us by Gym Power. And boy, oh boy, do you guys need to stick around for this segment. This is a special one, okay? Putting it out there straight away on the plate. Let's start at the beginning. Beta alanine, what did you think?
For me, it was sort of slightly above average, maybe a 6 pushing, 7 out of 10 on the tingle scale. Not crazy, but definitely, you know, it's in there. What do you think?
I think the same.
Yeah.
I could feel it. Nothing crazy on that element. And what comes in next is a serious wave of highness, euphoria, focus. This is strong stuff not to be meddled with, right? Take your time, take some caution should you go down the wildfire pathway.
You will be dialing 999 for backup services.
Energy, good, really good. You can train your heart and soul away on this stuff, guys, and it's a serious focus and all. With, of course, a touch of mood elevation. You really do crush the weights on this stuff though, guys, to the point where it does give you some lightheadedness.
Definitely.
That floatiness also comes with that like
you're on cloud 9, your head's a giraffe style feeling. And with these kind of ones comes that feeling where you just feel like you're a demigod. You know, the weights feel light, you don't run out of steam easily, you want to go for PBs, you're just absolutely ham and cheese toasty on the weights, aren't you?
you are. It is a very strong one on that full serving, guys. I wouldn't even be goddamn surprised if that DMAA was legit.
Yeah.
It's something very good. It's more than just DMHA. It gets you really, really in the zone, all right? And it's a nice mood elevated feel. It's mood elevated, but you are also serious. You know what you need to get done, and it does deliver. The weakest element, which was still, well, it was expected, but it was still good, was that muscle contraction and the pumps.
Definitely, yeah. Sometimes on these super high stim ones, you can lose that, can't you? But you're very much inside the muscle with this.
Yeah, it gives that mood elevated, nice pumped feel, jamming to the music, but really crushing the iron, guys. It is very, very reminiscent to me of Dark Energy. And it's not a surprise, really, if you think about the primary movers in the label. The DMHA, the DMAA, with a calming effect from the L-theanine, which was obviously GABA in Dark Energy, but they're similar in terms of effects. It's a stim junkie product for sure. I wouldn't say it was quite as strong as Dark Energy, but I would imagine a very slightly heaped scoop would probably push you over the edge, guys. It really would. You can literally feel your eyes dialing in onto the weights. And as Craig said, the weights just keep moving. You don't stop. Heart rate was high. There is definitely a bit of appetite suppression there. I could eat, but I'm gonna have to force it. What about you?
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
Yeah, I think so as well. It's one of those ones where it's so strong, you're like, shit, I hope no one comes over and starts to try and engage a conversation with me, because I'm so away with the fairies right now. But when I say away with the fairies, I mean you're just so into your training that you don't want to have to think about anything else. Like Aaron said, your music slaps, the weights feel light. It's amazing, but it's one of those ones where you have to know how to utilise the power, like the Infinity Gauntlet. Like, you give this to the wrong person, they're going to have a really bad time. But if you're an experienced user like us, you take it, you're going to love it.
Yes, it's strong. It does, like I say, it makes you light-headed. It does make you pale. It makes you feel like you're going to pass out. But you ride the storm, guys, and it really does come out in sunnier climes.
Definitely. And I wouldn't say there's any jitteriness, no like nasty, dribbly, like sick sort of feelings really with it.
I think the L-theanine honestly was important. I do. After training, you have literally crushed it that hard that I feel still mentally stimulated, but my body is now dead.
Like a sack of meat that you're having to drag around for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I've used this 3 times myself. This was your 2nd time, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's approach with caution. It is consistent, yeah. It's one of those ones that you'd want to treat yourself to once in a blue moon.
It's a special one.
Yeah, which is even better when you think it's 30 servings. It's going to last you, you know, over a year.
Yeah,
if you take it sparingly.
Yeah, and a little tip for those ones that last longer and you've undone the container, I recommend going back to it every 2, 3, 4 weeks and just giving it a shake up just to keep it in powder form. And I'd say that with every pre-workout, should you be, you know, using it over an extended period of time. But because it might not even clump, I don't know, but that's what I'd do to be on the safe side. It just is a mental pre-workout.
A blanket comes over your face, like you said, you got sort of a numb face, you're like, you're just absolutely tuned in, like...
It gets you going.
Yeah, it just turns your personality into something else.
It makes you kill everything.
An important thing to remember with these illicit ones as well is give it a little bit longer to kick in. So instead of 20, 30 minutes, give it 45, you know, even up to an hour in some scenarios to let it really settle in.
Oh yeah, something else really important. It's one of those where we were sitting here, you can feel it, but similar to the way I liken this analogy to is, you know, if you're drinking alcohol and you step outside and get a bit of fresh air, that's when you really notice it. Well, this one, you really notice it when you leave the house, or, you know, you get out your car and you're starting doing your warm-up, you're just like...
Yeah, Jesus.
When the heart rate starts going up, and this pre-workout works with you, the harder you train, the more it's there pushing you forward. So, yeah.
Take it for your special gym days. Don't take it for a little arm or shoulder day, otherwise it's just going to be too much. It'll be like using an RPG to kill a deer.
Quite obviously, it's not a daily use product. I'd only use this once a week, if that. Not for beginners. I probably wouldn't even say intermediate users. It's for advanced users and stim junkies. It's
definitely up there in one of the most euphoric, floaty, illicit feeling pre-workouts we've used probably around since Dark Energy, from a euphoric standpoint at least.
Yeah, it makes you so thirsty, I swear, and that's when you know you're talking. I drank like 3 or 4 bottles of water in the gym today.
Big time.
A special one. Won't be around long.
No.
No way.
Get your hands on it for that price point. Like, it tastes good, priced well. You know, UK guys, you can get it easily through Gym Power, whereas normally these types of illicit ones are a bit more difficult for us. Get your hands on it.
Yeah.
If you're into that kind of thing.
It's a serious one, right? Guys, appreciate you watching along at home. Please, please do use caution should you go down this dark pathway.
Or it'll light your arse on fire.
As always,
stay
stimmed. This will do it.